happened actually. I was on nights and I forgot to pay a bill, so he called me a fucking cunt.
Kids, be free. Be whatever you are. Do whatever you want to do. Just so long as you don't hurt anybody.
Shall we get my shoes on?
She's just mouthing off at something about poo over his face.
Trying to get these NOV trainers. So we're in a rush. Trying to get you sorted to get out of the house. Wrap you up properly. These on in case it gets cold. Ready? 1, 4.
You've left my bedroom curtain open! Come on, Johnny! Oh, look what you're doing! Just shut my curtain!
Get your biscuits this time, alright? Where's your lid? Is it in the kitchen?
What's that there? Is that
That's
not
not
the
one
lid?
for this, no.
I know, my darling, I know.
I'm going to town, post the letter. Come on, we'll go for a walk in town. I was going to post your letter. Come on then. Yeah, you can have them.
These hairs don't come off, but this one
Oh dear,
does.
don't lose them, darling.
I don't take them off, I leave them on.
Keys. In about an hour-ish.
Oh, he's done it.
Sorry. Come on then. See you in a bit.
Yeah.
And also these bits attached together. These have together too.
Oh, nice, darling.
You need to shout n.s.p.c.c, the police are just being run. You beat your kids, I can hear it. You are a nasty little bitch. I've had enough of it. It's not just him, it's all three of your kids. Take them to school and give them a life.
Naomi. So she says they've already been around because of you and then fucked up because there's nothing. My nephew's really and he can't talk, he screams.
Yeah, well, this is your friend. This is your friend. This is your friend.
That doesn't mean I can go with that.
Well, could you talk to her then? Because you seem to think that I abuse my family as well. Well, you called the police because I told my daughter off a few years ago. Yeah, but you didn't even see what happened though, did you? Because you stood on your phone. You was outside smoking on your phone. Sorry, it comes on you.
I've just finished working. I work with adults with learning disabilities for a living. I am qualified to do that. And she's sitting there, and because he's screaming, what? Because I'm not shouting back at him. He's screaming.
That's my nephew.
He's already been out for an hour this morning. Half 7 this morning. I'm kicking that because I'm worried about her kicking off because he's screaming.
And you're having to leave.
7 o'clock in the morning. 2 hours was out the other week because he was screaming. Come back. Walking up the road, they're all staring at him like it's some freak. That is fucking running out of order. He's fucking autistic. Call the police. What they're going to do? Call social services to be around. There's nothing fucking wrong. I'm sorry if my child's screaming upsets her. It upsets me.
Don't worry about if anyone says
me when she's having her friend slamming her fucking door 12, 1, 2 in the morning. Crazy. That upsets her. We sleep downstairs so that he doesn't wake everyone else up upstairs, so he doesn't wake my children up during the night. There's nothing else I can do.
you don't need to explain yourself to anybody about how he is.
Yeah, but we do though, don't we? Because everyone thinks that we're abusing our children. It's stupid.
She's called the police and told me he's screaming.
Like, darling, get going with him, okay? Well, I'm recording everything from now on, and it all goes on the internet. You know it does.
My neighbours feel that when they abuse their kids and it's just kicked off in front of the whole street. And my neighbour's filming me. Without my permission.
You're in public. You don't need permission.
I'm in my personal space now. Yeah, it's CO2.
Calling the police again. You better come back with him.
Then my number. Yep. Yep. It happens. It happens all the time. I hear this all the time. What's the matter? Police have been called out numerous times before by other neighbours.
Yeah, I know, but she's phoning the police again, so you better stay around.
Yeah, that's what because I don't go to school anymore.
No, don't you fucking lie.
Sorry,
Well, I won't let him go in the garden, no, because I don't want to
let him out the house either.
Oh, we went to the fucking park the other day. What? Oh, you don't know nothing. You know.
All because your mother has to do everything for you. Your mother has to take your son to school for you, doesn't he? Doesn't she?
My son goes to school.
Yes, we teach our children ourselves.
You scream at your kids all the time.
No, you don't. All we use you screaming at your son. You fucking useless. Get that poo off your face. Stop licking your hands. Really?
You and all my friends here, you touch your
Really?
Leaving 12, 1, 2, 3 in the fucking morning.
Yes.
So that's why I've got audio footage of you just shouting at your son now. What are you doing with poo over your face?
All this spray has just got out, it's just come out of the bar. No, I can't leave because the police are coming.
Come on, mate, you get dry. What's going on? You okay? Yeah? You're going to fight, mate, okay? Because I've got to help Mummy out. Let's turn this one up and turn this one on.
Yeah. So it's stressful, but it still goes on our record. It's still us. It's still us.
Don't believe me, you know I've got my YouTube channel. Go on there. Look at my video, How to Be a Blue Sieve. Right at the end of it, I've got audio footage of her screaming at her boy. Just now again, I've got audio footage of her screaming at her boy while she's in the bath. Get that fucking poo off your face.
I don't swim in.
And yet we're the ones that are bad parents because we homeschool our children.
He can't understand you screaming louder than him. It's not.
Our nephew is going through tests
Being diagnosed.
Yeah, but that's your nephew. Your nephew is not him. He has seen a speech and language therapist who's told us that if he screams, we have to scream back at him. So he realises what he's doing to other people.
Yes, and my sister's going through this thing where you have to mimic their behaviour. And I went to the appointment.
That because
But don't worry about anything.
No, but we have to though, because then she comes out screaming and shouting like this, accusing me of beating my wife up, accusing me of beating my fucking children up. I'm sick to death of it.
when I get here. Yes, they are.
You know, and she's the one who's driving me the other day when I'm sitting at 11 o'clock at night that she was walking down the road with a fucking knife in her hand. Did I call the police? No! Only when she came down to you. I heard her. You should hear the stuff that I've heard. I told her quick that I hear them coming and going at the house 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Can I call police? Should I call police? No. I hear that.
Here, talking about going down with a knife in her hand as well. She didn't tell the police that when she phoned them up, did she?
Tommy, get to fucking bed, girl. I'm gonna fucking suck your ass. Do I call the police? No. I keep out because it's none of my fucking business. I'm sorry, it's all kids here.
Don't apologise for that. Don't apologise.
But I shouldn't have to. I've lied to him. It's not telling me. Not me. It's right beside me. Maybe the other day she's banging on my wall because he's woke at 4 in the morning when I was at work. I can no longer work now because I'm too scared in case he has a bad night.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you obviously you keep yourself to yourself if you have to. Yeah.
He's killed yourself too.
Yeah, but like even us, we keep ourselves to ourselves. Don't really associate. We get a knock on the door every now and again. Blah 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 blah. Things he says, and
Sorry mate, I can't go anywhere yet, I've got to turn up.
So I've got the other camcorder now, so when they do turn up they can watch the footage on this one.
Yeah, because we're even recording him when he's kicking off, just because you can't go to sleep without a beating him. And how bad is that? I've got recording my own son having a meltdown. He's just
Oh, because she's the one who's got mental health problems. First thing she said, we met her. Borderline personality disorder.
Alright, my little man, I'm sorry. And he's still at the door with the camera. Yeah, I am. I'm not going anywhere, right?
No, she's talking about me still being stood at the door with a camera.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, in a public space.
I feel like I've got to record it. At the moment, we're shouting at the camera in a public space. Generally, he's asleep by like 8:30 at night. And I'm not even being funny, weird.
She's been up for silly reason. She's screaming about it, crying about it, because that's what they do. No, you're going to make her look. You have to get into bed. Count to 3, otherwise you're going to put you into bed. Got to 3, she picks her up to put her into bed, and she's climbed on to the bunk bed like, you're not getting me in here. The next thing she's going to
Them two, they're brilliant anyway.
do you know how far away the police officers are?
And everyone else, so out of courtesy, just sit down there. And there's a really times I take them out early after the morning to spin like this. Just to take them out at that time in the morning. Or take them out at 8, 9 o'clock at night because he's having a meltdown. That's not fair. She's called me really? What was it she said?
You're not spaz like next door.
And I can hear her from that back and wall. The walls are like thin. I hear everything that goes on. And I don't say a fucking word. Perhaps I should. Like the other day, my mum and granddad came. And she's like, saying about to come to visit the children. Because mum and dad work, they live away. They don't live round the corner 5 minutes and do everything for us. You see what I mean?
How often do you see someone go to my house?
They don't.
Jackson. There was talking and but send them to anyone. My mum is obviously with my life.
I know, but you know, she's on the phone, so I'm going to
Apparently we're doing this for attention. Oh, we're the ones doing it for attention, are we? This is me beating my family up. You see how scared they are of me when we're all walking about together happily. Okay, my darling. Darling, he's really, really distressed.
He's really clingy as well.
He is to me, yeah.
Yeah. Any bit of skin that he's got out, and he'll put his face against the.
Only white. Okay, then, yeah. I might keep it down a bit. Just make sure nobody touches that camcorder, darling.
Right on top screen.
Yeah, that's what, because it wasn't even that bad. But even though it's not really... Oh no!
Come indoors, big boy. Come on.
No, no.
Come on. I'm going to get tablets if you want that. MJ.
What's this?
Look.
Is it on?
No.
Hang on, put it on. Oh, it's a tablet. Oh, look, it's on. Hang on. Hang on. Here we go. Pockio. What about Pockio? Hi. Hi. Ah. Yeah. You want to sit down? How about you sit in your tubby for a minute? Rather than on my lap? Because you're going to get big for that. Okay. You don't want that one? Okay.
Oh, my baby boy.
So the police aren't in that much of a rush to come up here then? Oh, so they have done before. She's called them and they've been in literally 2 minutes because she's told them that he's been beating them. And they've been here in 2 minutes for making a phone call because I'll tell you what happened actually. I was on nights and I forgot to pay a bill, so he called me a fucking cunt. I went out to go to the toilet, 2 minutes later he went upstairs, she's on the phone to the police saying he was beating me and hitting me and I think they were hitting me. So he come downstairs, called me if I went back upstairs, 30 seconds, I didn't even argue back, there was no shouting. tenants that the police were here because of what she told them. Because she lied. You can't really see it out here, can you?
Come in, door. Good boy. Come on then. That's it. Come on then. Look, here you go, darling. There you go. Okay. Mama's here.
Mummy's here.
One pair of pants later.
You know, that they looked at obviously at the case, they didn't think it was anything worth assessing. So they
Didn't you see them smack their child in the back?
that was 2 years ago, and that's already been written down. This is on my social services. Yes,
7 months every single day.
every day.
Our kids leave the house every 2 or 3 weeks.
Really?
Oh, when do you?
Why do you grow cannabis in your house?
Oh, really? Growing cannabis?
All the other neighbours that outside and this side, they all know about it.
Really? I grow cannabis?
Tell me.
Oh my God.
Address,
Yes, I am.
Okay. Did you want to just pop in and then we'll come and have a chat to you in a sec?
You're not coming inside, I'm
No,
afraid.
because they grow cannabis.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't.
And they're downstairs
They have just no. This.
Okay.
My son's
I
autistic.
just want everyone to calm down. That's all I want at the moment. Especially if you're saying your son's autistic.
He
okay?
is, yeah, and she's
Okay.
called.
And I have borderline personality disorder, anxiety and separate depression. So that's a mental health, and you make my mental health worse.
You make our son's health worse.
I hear you screaming at your
We
son.
hear you screaming at your son.
I hear you screaming.
We hear you screaming at your son. Get that shit off your face, you stupid little shit.
But he eats a bath bomb.
Yeah, if you have a chat to this.
I'd like to speak to you both, actually.
Was it January
Can we go in here and have a chat?
that the social services
See you
came?
later.
They were discharged us straight away. They come and done their assessment and they've gone. They said there was no issues.
Guess who's back? Back again.
My child is autistic. He doesn't speak, so he vocalises a lot.
Okay.
So he will scream, he will shout, he will have a meltdown because he can't communicate verbally. And I've explained this to her. She clearly doesn't understand autism. And he was having...
She's just admitted that she's suffers from mental health and that he's apparently making her health worse.
Well, I'm
Well,
sorry.
she's just moved it, so she better move away before we do then.
How can my son's autistic, he can't help the way he is.
Okay, you say you just brought him outside and that's
No,
all.
I went to take him for a walk.
Yeah.
And he was
I've got it all
screaming.
recorded on the other camcorder as well.
She came out of her house as I was walking down the road with him. And so I'm angry. And she shouted out the window. So I've come out and she's just called you because my son was screaming. No, we haven't shouted and we haven't hit him. We haven't done any of that. Like she's accusing us of.
Okay. Is that what she's accusing you of?
Yes.
Is she?
Yeah, she's saying that we've been beating our children, hitting them. This isn't the first time she's called the police on us. This is why we've had social services round.
Right,
because
okay.
of her allegations.
You say
now
they've
she's
been round
doing it.
this week, have they?
No,
Recently?
we've been discharged. They've been round, they've done their assessment, they're pissed off.
This is earlier. This is why we had to take him out.
We're recording our child having a meltdown in case she calls the
Oh, for that
police.
very reason, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So she can't say that we're hitting him.
This is just getting him ready to try and bring him out. It's
He
quite a
just
long
had
clip.
bath. Sorry, was he
No,
dressed?
so I'll let you hold it.
Was he
Just-
dressed? Because he just had a bath. So I don't know.
Okay. So these, the neighbours here, are they...
I was outside at the time when she came outside having a go, yes.
And we didn't catch the beginning of it, but I did get some of that.
Are you? Yeah.
Okay. Just have a chat with these and I'll pop back.
Yeah,
no
that's
problem.
fine, that's fine.
I did come out and I thought, oh, you're just talking, but I didn't realise it was that
Did you hear him screaming?
Yeah, but yesterday, you just get used to it.
Oh, apparently we're making it Asia's making our health worse.
Hey, darling. They're getting it as soon as I close this door. All of them. They're all getting it as soon as I close this door. Backhanders for the fucking lot of them.
I'm taking him when they've gone.
No, you ain't. I'm locking you up.
Make sure the cage is big enough.
Yes, son. He was in the bath. He wasn't locked up or anything. He's just come out from the bath.
What time it is?
What time is it? It is nearly 12 o'clock. Okay, we'll get some food soon.
Adults with learning disabilities, I do nights. I have to give up now. And for a couple of weeks, we sit downstairs and she doesn't disturb everyone. And she was banging on the wall, shouting, so if I don't shut that fucking kid up, I'm going to have them. Kicking my door, so the bottom part of my door, the leg bit here was broken off at 4 o'clock in the morning because my son's having a meltdown for 10 minutes.
I've lived here for 4 years and I've never had a problem.
This is 10 minutes.
Apparently I'm growing weed as well.
Yeah, we're growing weed. If I was growing weed, I wouldn't be fucking living in here. Sorry. But I wouldn't. Oh.
Apparently, because we homeschool as well, we're locking the children up and we don't do anything.
No one sees the children for 3 weeks.
It's hard to go out and do anything when your partner's working nights looking after the mentally frail as well as having to come home and look after, mentally frail child.
Exactly, they've done the assessment back in January, they've gone. Yeah. It was only a couple of months ago. And, there was nothing wrong. They come, they did the assessment, they went again.
And if they're satisfied, aren't they? That's
it's just, she really doesn't understand what I'm sorry, but I can't help him screaming.
But the issue was not in my person because I don't believe the police did.
Coming out the window, yes, darling.
I can't see.
I mean, obviously, there's always two sides. Yeah.
There's and the trees.
Yeah, and there's we've got a call, so that's why we say.
Yeah. She made it obvious that she was calling me because that's why I come back. So I went down the road to take her for a walk, and I come back so that I could be here with him.
Call you back up, didn't I? She's on the phone.
Because otherwise I could be out for hours with him, which I had done before. So I took 7 o'clock this morning. I took him out because he was having a meltdown.
How is your son anyway? Is he alright?
He's fine. Yeah,
he's calmed down at the moment.
But how long? But I'm 70 years. Obviously the other one, where I was on the work. That's what happened. Banging on the head. It's not as if he's or even that he's got any understanding.
I've got a 4-year-old that's like a normal 4-year-old and she has a meltdown.
Exactly.
She's 9.
What's wrong, mate?
This doesn't want DJs 1
We'll find something else for him, please, darling.
I think that everybody, especially on this, everybody's
shut the door. You alright, mate? You alright, fella?
In a nutshell, their son's got ADHD?
Autism, possibly ADHD as well, but he's too young to diagnose.
Severe autism as well.
Yeah.
So,
non-verbal.
It's obviously making a bit of noise in the address. Lady's trying to bring him out, take him for a walk, get him to calm down. And to which point, my neighbour next door has opened the window, she's been shouting at her.
Accusing us of abusing our children again.
Accusing us of slapping them.
The reason that they're in the situation that they take them out. The reason that they're in the situation to take them out for a walk is because
this shit's happening, they don't feel that they can deal with it in their own home.
Okay.
I mean, I took a
This is the third time that she's called your lot on us.
So are we happy that everything is all cool, as they say?
Yeah, I mean...
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Right,
I'll be honest with you.
Go and speak to the informant then, essentially, because...
I don't know what she said, but certainly from the the neighbours and everyone that's been outside, it's just been a case of they've
Litland's got
outside.
He's having a meltdown.
I'm not.
And she's
I just want to make sure I've got the facts straight.
And she's been shouting out the window.
Yeah.
So that's
Right.
what everyone's seen and heard out here.
With regards Litland,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, would you like me to disclose any of these things, or do you want me to keep that to myself?
She's fully aware about our son having autism. When she first moved in, we told her.
That's the first thing I said to her.
I'm just asking. What
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't go and say...
This is the third time that we've been through this with you guys, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen.
And the reason why we're so wound up is because the last 2 times you come over, we've done nothing wrong,
What's your
no
name,
crime's
mate?
been committed,
What's your
and...
name?
Yeah, because no crime's been committed.
what I wouldn't want to
the
do-
past few times, this is why we're so wound up. We're trying to explain something to you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because we've done nothing wrong, there's been no crime, your lot have tried to force your way into our house to inspect every single room, all because we don't want to give you any information.
The only reason I ask is I've never been here before, I've never met you before, I've never...
This is constant, all the time with her, you know?
So, I would rather be able to go there and explain a full situation rather than giving half...
Well, when's it going to come to the point when we can charge her for harassment?
Well...
And wasting police time? She's getting beyond a joke.
4 o'clock in the morning because he's having a meltdown.
Or getting the neighbours from down the road to bang on our door because they can hear shouting when they can't hear anything.
Saturday morning,
It's harassment, that's all it is.
Okay.
And I said to your colleague as well, I've got audio recording on here of her screaming at her son.
Yeah, that's a couple of weeks ago.
You know?
Let's deal
Getting
with
beyond a joke.
Oh, I like that.
He was having a meltdown.
Right, bear with me.
No worries. Oh my darling. Yes, go on. No, can you wait until we come back in? Because don't leave him by himself. Thank you.
But there's Leonie hiding behind 2 males because she knows. And, we just want to make sure they're okay.
These people's children are out here with no trousers on in the middle of winter, so I don't like...
And they're accusing us of being bad parents. All because we're capable of educating them ourselves.
How long has she been there?
7 months.
How long have you been there?
For 7 years I've lived down this road. No, so I've lived down this road 8 years. That's rented.
Yeah. Is it council rent?
No, it's privately rented. She's lived there 7 months, and because this is the 3rd time she's called you out because of my son having a meltdown. We've had social services round because of her. They have just gone.
With no involvement as well. They've done their
assessment. And
done their assessment.
So something I'm having to take him out at stupid o'clock in the morning and stupid o'clock at night just to keep her happy.
And I can vouch. You see what they said about having to mimic his behaviour and stuff. And my sister is her little boy is autistic. I've just been for a meeting with the same thing. Communicate before they can help them talk.
We're going really. With booze.
I think at the end of the day, you know, there has been a few calls here, isn't there?
There has, yeah.
Now we know there is a, there's a history per se. We know obviously a bit more about your child and that he is suffering, and that is kind of.
Yeah, but this is the 3rd time that we've told you, you know. Hi, hello.
That's my
like the first time
That's the
that's when they're potentially concerned because we don't know.
The first thing she said when she came out and I said to my son is autistic, he screams. All I was like, I'm sorry, I will try my best, but if he's having a meltdown, he's having a meltdown. You must have known what a meltdown. You can't do nothing with them, and how long that meltdown will last depends on whatever it is.
10 minutes, could be 3 hours.
Hello, Kiki. What you got?
You can tell the difference in their tone of voice and stuff. Yeah.
So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will, because that's his way of communicating with us. So he will If he wants something, he will screech.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm trying to get him to talk. He's having speech and language therapy. I'm seeing all the right people. They're all telling me that it's just him. You know, I'm not doing anything wrong. Like I say, I've worked in adults. I've seen all this. Qualified for him, and I've got.
I ain't blowing hers out though. That can fucking stay in it.
3 years I've been doing this job.
Nobody's saying that you've done anything wrong here.
What are you doing?
Oh no, there wasn't a dispute. She just let me carry on road and not come out of her window and shout stuff like that.
She saw me, I came out the house and heard her, so I then asked you.
And I thought, oh, she's not talking to
where
me.
she's seen, because we talked to her, where she's seen me come out, it's like very big. Just open the window and open her mouth.
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you.
And that's
I'm just trying to get you on her side. That's all it is.
But,
That's what people b.p.d do. They try and get other people on their side. They're manipulative.
What my colleague was trying to explain to you earlier
Thank you. Can I speak to you? And I don't want to shout about it in the street. So can I just step in there?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I've had enough of my put out in the street. Her business put out in the street.
I'm not. I only want to talk to you. I've just spoken to Leonie. And the reason I don't want to do it in the street is because it's personal to her.
Oh, good.
Right? Okay. And
yeah, we all know she's got borderline personality disorder, so...
Hang on. Bear with me. Well, I've just spoken to... I get this feeling, as you said, she's called the police several times, and you feel this is not fair, Yeah?
Yep.
Right, okay. Because of... And I've asked Leonie this, if I can tell you, and she said yes. She has, as you say, she's got a borderline personality disorder, right? She's also got, and this is the reason I want to step inside, because I don't want to air her dirty laundry in public.
Oh, it's going on the internet anyway, so...
Well, like I say, I just don't want to do it. But right, if I'm going to disclose this, can you please not record me? Only because I don't think it's fair for me to
I'm recording this, and you can have my word that I will not put this bit on the internet. I will edit this out. I'll give you my word as a gentleman. I'll even shake your hand on it as well.
Are you sure?
My word is my bond.
Because she's told me I can tell you this.
I'll be honest with you, I do not like the police, but you two have come here, you've been decent, and I'll give you my word as my bond.
Right. Leonie has just told me that her background is that there's been a lot of...
That's got absolutely nothing to do with the fact that keeps on accusing us, or me specifically, of abusing my family.
Right, hang on.
It's getting beyond a joke now. If it's this severe with her mental problems, then she needs to see somebody about it.
She's obviously...
Sooner or later, she's going to accuse somebody who's going to be the wrong person. This person will just take physical action there and then, won't they?
What I'm hoping is to build a bit of a bridge here, as opposed to causation. I've just spoke to Leonie, and I said to her, are you happy for me to speak to her and tell him what you told me? She said yes. So her background to stuff like that. So when, and obviously she's got a personality disorder. So when she hears screaming, and I appreciate the screaming is because Litland has got, you did tell me this, it was possibly autism, but it's not autism yet.
It is autism, it's severe autism.
I thought your
non-verbal.
said it was...
No, it's autism, possibly ADHD as well.
Oh, I thought your good lady said...
It's all part, think of a rainbow, yeah? You have somebody down this end of it.
Oh, cool, you've got the spectrum
somebody
of autism, haven't you?
Right up here who's got ADHD is part of that spectrum.
Right, okay. I'm sorry, I thought your good lady had said he's actually too young to be diagnosed, although he's obviously got it.
No, he's got autism, possibly ADHD, because it's all part of the same thing.
Right. And she understands that... Oh, sorry, did I turn your foot?
No, I'm trying to play footsie with you, sorry.
Yeah. So, she said, I'm so sorry. She said, but she just hears screaming. It obviously, I don't know, you've got that background where you've had this before, you're frightened, you hear stuff going on, you call the police. That's what we're here for. However, and let me say...
However, it's like 3 times, though.
Let me finish. Well, as I've just said to her...
Yeah, but she seems to think that I'm growing cannabis in the house. I'm not.
You're not, because I can smell it.
Yeah?
Right.
I wish I was, to be honest with you. You know how much I need it right now to calm being held down after this shit, you know?
Right.
What I'm more concerned with, what's your name?
Dill.
Sorry?
Neil.
Neil, sorry, Neil. What I'm more concerned with, Neil, if she has got, it's not debatable, she's got personality disorder.
Yeah.
What's there to say that she's not going to carry on hearing things and hearing things and hearing things?
Right.
I'm concerned.
Well,
I am concerned about her son.
Right, okay.
We hear him. I've got audio recordings of her screaming at her son.
As I said to her,
get that shit off your face and all this sort of things.
As I said to her, let's face it, parents shout at their children. That's what happens, because, you know, especially if you've got a little one who's, you know, got problems as well, it must be dreadful, because then you're in a position where your child's not being naughty, your child's just got a problem, and you can't shout at a child for having a problem, but does it drive you nuts? Of course it drives you nuts, because that's life. Right, back to your situation. She said to me, please pass on my apologies. She hears this stuff happening. It takes her straight back to her past. It scares the life out of her. Now, and as I said to her,
she should have her child with her then, if she's prone to getting like that, because she's going to be a danger to her own child.
Come on, we've all, you know, everyone who's got children, quite a lot of people are sort of struggling. Hello, little, and you're right.
Mate. Mum was out here.
As I said, I don't want this to be on your text. It's not fair because we're broadcasting other people's stuff. She says she's really sorry. What I'd say is, and this is what I've said to her, this is where I was going with it, I would rather...
Sorry.
That's all right. I would rather come here and actually find out, nothing to worry about, than what I would...
Not be funny, Neil, we could have called your lot 20 times over on her from the things that we hear.
Do it, mate.
But no, because it's
No, you've missed half the conversation. Sorry. So what's your name?
It's just about her having a bloody mental disorder and all the shit about coming from...
Hang on, I'm not having a go.
Sorry.
What I'm saying, right, what we got here is a situation that's kind of wound up to the point of destruction. What I said is, I've spoke to Leonie, and the only reason I wanted to speak to here and not in the streets, because I don't think it's fair to air someone else's dirty laundry everywhere. All right, which is, he's not going to put this bit on the internet. What I've said is, she said she's got a history where she's been involved with, been a victim of.
Yeah, she told me that.
She's also obviously got the mental health issue.
Yeah,
she's got lots of stuff going on. When she hears screaming, albeit, let me finish. Please let me finish. When she hears screaming, it frightens her. Now, as I said to her, I would rather come here, meet you two, and go, didn't feel like that. It's all cool. I know what's going on here. There's a little one with autism and ADHD and all sorts of issues going on. We'll probably better iron this out. And I would far rather turn up here knowing that it's all right. We'll be able to iron this out, because it's not a violence issue. It's not this. It's not that. All it is a little boy who's got some massive issues going on.
Yeah.
All right. So and she did say to me, look, pass on my apologies. It's not an anything.
Passing off. I told her straight away he was autistic. This is not the first time she's called you because of his screaming.
I know.
The other Saturday, a couple of weeks ago, I came home from work after doing a night shift working with learning dis adults.
Yep.
I come home. I got in about 20 to 9 in the morning. I walked from town after doing a 10-hour night shift. He's having a bad day, so I took him out for a 2-hour walk. I got back, and her little friends come out of the house staring at him walking while he's having this meltdown coming home. I get in the door with him. 2 minutes later, she calls her friend from down the road who bangs on my door. They've broken this part of my door from kicking it the other night, and they're all standing outside here looking at him like he's some freak. Like, I want you to make sure you're okay. Well, you know I'm not beating him because he was screaming before I even come in the house with him.
Yeah, I know.
But this is the thing that
she's hanging around with a load of people down the bottom of the road who are known to your lot.
Yeah.
They are known to your lot.
Drinking all.
Right, you know what I mean?
Let's try and build a bridge.
As far as I'm concerned, we want nothing to do with her.
I'm done.
Okay. We want nothing to we don't give a shit what she gets up to. We just want her to stop calling your lot on us, accusing us of abusing and beating up my children.
We're not.
No, that's what she is, though.
My colleague here went, I know that family. They've got the
I know you and all.
And that's what I was explaining.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? You're lucky.
That's the little boy with ADHD.
Because this is your colleague here. It was a complete arsehole to me last time, all because I didn't want to give you any information.
Right, well, as I said, en route here...
So instead, you decided to bully your way, threatening into my home.
Right, hang on.
Now it is the case, because it's all over the internet.
What I was going to say is, on the way here, my colleague, who you just called a bully, said to me, do you know what?
Well, he was a bully to me, so I think...
He said, do you know what? I know that family. That's the one with the little boy who's got ADHD and stuff. And I bet it's the poor little boys. And he said that to me on the way here, so he clearly understands. Does he? He's not having a go. It's not any kind of.
Of course, I should hope he understands, especially after the way he acted last time.
So, you know, we turned up here thinking, oh, I bet it's that again.
But last time you did you turned up thinking, oh great, someone's beating up his wife. I'm going to get my hands on a nice little nick here.
But that's not what the case was it? And
no, that's what you thought though. It was written all over your face.
And as I tried to
it was written all over your face.
Right, okay. As I was trying to explain to you last time, okay, when you weren't being very forthcoming, if we didn't have any sort of background information as to what was going on...
Yeah, but I told you what was going on.
Yeah. And I explained to you, we just needed to make sure, and then when we did, it obviously backed up what you were saying. So then that was then locked down.
When you keep explaining yourself times and again, when you've had social services come into your life, and basically assessing whether or not you're good enough to be a good enough parent.
And it's also have your lot as well, standing on my doorstep, judging us for what we do and don't do with our autistic son.
It's like I was explaining to you outside, obviously, you know, when we came and then we were able to ascertain that was the case and he was all in order and it was obviously logged down and updated accordingly. The next time we, you know, get a call like today, we already know the background as to obviously the
But how many more times is she going to call you? What, every time he has a meltdown, then she'll be calling you every day?
The problem is, obviously people call us on a regular basis, okay? Sometimes people call us because they have genuine concerns. Sometimes people call us to cause problems. Sometimes people call us because they don't know what to expect, okay? So we turn up and we've obviously got a job to make sure everyone is all in order, okay? And part and parcel of that, sometimes it is just a case of doing a quick check. And then once we've done that and we're satisfied that everything's in order, that's it. We go back, we update. And then obviously the more times we get called to things, it builds up a history because we can see how many calls we've had at certain addresses and things. And then we can see, and it might be the case that we've had 4 or 5 calls from the same person and, you know, they might all be malicious or they've never amounted to anything. And we can see a pattern. And like you say, social services have come out.
This is harassment now for us. So what can we do now? Because this is harassment.
And this is what I was saying to you outside. Okay, what you need to do is you need to just keep a log of all the things that happen. Okay, so if you've got a diary or a book, you can.
We're filming his meltdowns now, just in case she calls you and says we're beating him up.
And
every time she's having her own meltdown, I'm filming that as well.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. When we turned up, you obviously showed us that.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's like I said to you when we were outside that, you know, we already know the background. We know obviously like your son and that what he's suffering with. So we know that was potentially going to be the same issue today.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I was explaining to you outside is every time there is an issue, if you write it down and you record it, time, date, what's happened.
So every time he has a meltdown or anything.
Not necessarily. No. Just what I'm saying is every time if you've got an issue with your neighbour. You know, every time there's an issue there or something and you're logging it down, it just shows a history if it gets looked into that on this date you've had this problem, this date you've had this problem, this date you've had this problem. And then it might be the case that can then be used to try and resolve some sort of solution going forward. You know, and it could be used for various things such as like getting injunctions out and, you know, anything along that sort of line of things to try and prevent further issues. I know I mentioned about possibly trying to get a camera up top.
They'll just destroy it.
No, but it's just it's just something for you to consider because that would then again you've got your camera anyway, so you record stuff on that. But you know, it might pick things up in passing. And
like the people leave some their door at 3-4 in the morning.
And if somebody damages your camera, it would obviously be captured, wouldn't it? So you know, and that would then be a criminal damage offence, which we would then be able to look into. So it's entirely down to you, but that is a suggestion that you could do going forward. But at the same time, like I say, you've got your camera, so that picks up most things anyway. But just keep a diary of things going forward. And I can't promise you that we're not going to get called here again, you know. But all I can say is we know the history. We know that, you know, your son has got some conditions, and we know the reasons if he is being loud or, you know, and like you said, you've had to take him out today to try and calm him down.
7 o'clock this morning I took him out.
So, you know, I don't want you to feel after a 10-hour night shift as well.
No, that was the
at
other
10, 11 o'clock,
Saturday.
she was screaming at her son for waking her up. So we have to take him out so she doesn't get pissed off.
Yeah.
And start screaming at him.
And I don't want you to feel that, you know, we're victimising you, because that's not
Well,
the
it,
case.
well, it does. It is how it feels.
That's how I explained it to Michelle outside. I know that's how you feel, and I know that's how you felt the last time we came.
Yeah.
But like I say, now that we've got some background information and we know, you know, what is going on, you know, if we get a call, it might be the case that, you know, okay, we might just have to quickly, you know, check on the welfare. But as soon as that's done, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as we're satisfied that nobody's at harm, that's the main concern.
Yeah, well, this is the third time now that you guys have had to come round here, because again, she's accusing me of beating my son and my children. But social services come round, threaten me with your lot. It's only because, well, just try and gain access. But again, there's been no violence. But how do I know that your lot aren't going to stand outside here with social services and say, oh, we can hear someone hitting a child, boot my fucking door in just to get your own way?
We're not going to just...
Yeah, no, but this is what you lot are like. I know it is, especially after your last time.
As I explained to you last time.
No, it's got to get to a point when you guys are just going to turn around and say, "What? Tell you what, we're not even going to bother anymore because this is just pure harassment."
But this is what I was just explaining. Unfortunately,
you know,
whenever there's a call, we do have to follow up just to make sure everyone's in order. And as I tried to explain the last time we were here, we just needed to ensure that everyone was in order. But because of the amount of issues that you've had before with your neighbour, you were frustrated, annoyed by us being around here, and you weren't very forthcoming in enabling us to be able to do that for us to be able to leave.
So you're telling me that I'm obliged to give you my information?
No.
Am I obliged to give you my information when you are knocking on my door?
We're not after your information now.
I know, but I'm asking you a question. Are we obliged to give you any information when you are stood on our doorstep?
It depends, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. There's no obligation. If no crime has been committed, then we are under no obligation to give you anything
But how
whatsoever.
do we know when we arrive here that no crime's been committed? If we're being told something has happened.
Because we told you we've not been hitting our children. You can see we've not been hitting our children, you know?
As we investigate, and when I say investigate, that could just mean looking at a child. Or
exactly, and they were able to look at my children. No, it wasn't good enough. You had to force your way in, didn't you?
As soon as we did that,
you had to bully your way in. Yeah, you had to bully your way in just so you could find something to try and nick me for. That's what it was. Yes, it was. Well, I'm done now. Okay, so
can I?
Right, goodbye. I'm done now. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay.
So